I didn't know you were in My Free Cam. I love
Yeah.
My Free Cams.
Blonde QT
I used
for
to,
you
I used
was
to
my
be. I
handle.
probably was in your chats,
You probably
dude.
were.
In high school, me and my friends were bored. We would just hop on My Free Cams
It was
on like
so
a Friday
fun,
night.
and I loved
My
it.
Free Cams was the best. Okay, people, we got a brand new OnlyStans here. We got a great guest. Excited about this one, Alex Lynx. I feel like this has been a long time coming. I know. I think you followed me when I first started the show, and for some reason, you've never been on before. I mean, to my knowledge, you are, I believe, our first New Yorker guest, right?
I don't know.
I think you are. I don't think I've met another girl from New York. Cause you're from New York originally. Yeah. You live here now. Where are you from?
I'm from New York, but not here. Upstate, very, 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 very far upstate, like almost near the Canadian border. Adirondacks area.
Like near like Potsdam, Plattsburgh.
Yes.
That whole thing.
Actually, yes. Yes.
Okay, my cousin went to SUNY Plattsburgh.
That's where I went to school. Not to give things away, because I'm pretty private. But I can say that is where I went to school. As soon as I was done, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah,
it's not the best place. I also,
my God,
for like awful. For 3 semesters, I went to UAlbany too. So I've dabbled in the upstate world.
Yeah, that's my old stomping ground.
And I from going there, I always say that I think I would go on record saying this, that upstate New York has the most Satanists per capita in the country.
Satanists?
Yes.
How do you know that?
It just strikes me as a place where people aren't very happy. There's not a lot of stuff going on, and they then go into Satanism to fill that void.
The Satanism, and I find there's an opioid epidemic, which isn't that funny, but it's also
potato.
Like, also, like during the summer,
yeah,
beautiful. It's like a completely different place.
I love Saratoga.
Love it.
Great place.
But winter, it's like living in freaking like Siberia.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's so depressing.
People get shocked when I tell them UAlbany literally had tunnels to get to class. We legitimately had tunnels to get from our quads into like our main area.
That's amazing.
We had 4 quads, Indian quad. I was an Indian quad. I can't remember all the 4 quads. We had 4 quads, and then like the middle of all the 4 quads was like the main class area, and we had tunnels going into all of them.
I wish we would have had that. I was like,
I feel like Plattsburgh.
So cold.
I feel like Plattsburgh, though, no disrespect, is kind of like a smaller SUNY school.
Oh, it is. That's a fact. It fucking is. It's cold.
It's the minor league of
small.
SUNYs. When I think of top SUNYs, I think of, let's say, Albany.
Yes.
Binghamton.
Totally.
Cortland, I feel like, is the best one. Buffalo. Then you got like Potsdam, Plattsburgh.
Well, there's a reason why we're here and not there anymore,
Rochester?
Right? I don't know.
Whatever. We're just a couple SUNY people chatting it up.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know if you don't know. Just State University of New York. Just great stuff.
It's funny. I keep getting brochures. Like, I'm getting like pamphlets in the mail now from my college. I was like, how did you find me?
Speaking of college, though, what was college like for Alex Lynx? Can you fill me in?
Honestly, it wasn't that exciting because I was so hell-bent on like just getting through it, because I was just like over it. I was like, this is not real life. I can't wait to start my real life. Mm-hmm. So I actually stayed a semester longer because I just like didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I was like procrastinating. Technically could have graduated 3 years early because I started since freshman year, I'd be working class over the summer, spring, all the breaks, I'd be going to class. So I stacked up all the credits. So I just didn't, I was in like a sorority. I went to some parties here and there, but I just didn't care.
I was about to say, so you were in the Greek life.
I was, but like, I kind of like phased out of that too. I didn't stay in it.
So you didn't buy into it. You didn't recruit gals.
Dumb.
You weren't the rush chair.
I wasn't about it. I got into it and it was fine, but then I was like, this is not for me. I'm not one who I thought I wanted to be in it, and then I got in it. I was like, I don't like this.
Can you reveal what the worst thing you had to do during rush was?
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy, but they definitely, they had us, in, it was my whole pledge class, and they played, I just vividly remember, there's a song by 9 Inch Nails, Head Like a Hole. They played it on repeat for, freaking, 2 hours, probably, maybe less. I mean, whatever. It was just a long time, and we had to, sing it, and we were just in this room by ourselves, and we had to, every room we went into, there was a different sister who was trying to be all scary and asked us a question about the sorority, and they'd say, no, you're wrong, even if you got it right. And then they give you a pair of fairy wings or just something stupid to wear. And at the end, we were all gathered in the living room. We're all dressed up in costumes. And I was like, this is fucking, I was not even scared. I was like, am I supposed to be intimidated?
Yeah.
This is stupid. So just not for me.
Hey, I get. Hey,
It's fine.
and once again, that's the upstate New York difference. I doubt they're making the girls in, let's say, Alabama sororities listen to Nine Inch Nails.
I know, right? Yeah, we are. Upstate chicks are definitely built different.
Upstate
for
New
sure.
York, they're playing like Slipknot. Maybe Alabama, they're playing just some Morgan Wallen or something.
And I actually
something
really
very
like
nice.
that music too, so it's fine.
Great.
But like, yeah.
I mean, who doesn't enjoy that too?
Right.
A little Slipknot, maybe a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails, maybe some not Empire of the Sun. What's the Sun one? Black Hole Sun. What's the guy sing Black Hole Sun? That's a good rock band song.
Oh, Black Hole Sun. That's Soundgarden, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's a little grungy, maybe some Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, good SUNY talk.
Good SUNY
Let's
talk.
move on. So you're obviously in the game.
I'm in the game.
In the porn. I think you're in the porn game first before the OnlyFans game.
I was.
So tell me how you got into the porn game, because I read online a lot that you were former had a corporate job and then left the corporate job to join the porn game. So fill me in on everything.
So let's rewind. I was, let's just say, teenager, and I don't know what it was, but I think it was one of those classics. At a friend's house, found some Playboys. Was
Been
like,
there.
oh my God, like, these women are beautiful. Like, I love how they're just like so glam, and it looks like they're living this cool life. And I was really into like the girls next door, and like,
so like Holly, Matt,
yeah,
Holly,
and I still really, I love,
Same.
Yeah, I love, and just in my head, I was like, oh, and then like Laguna Beach was a thing, reality TV. I was like, I want to live in California and I want to be in Playboy. I was like 16. I was like, I don't know where this info came from. Like, it was just implanted in my head. And I was like, this is what I want to do. Obviously, I don't tell my parents that. I didn't tell anyone that, because like being from upstate New York, it's like, what the fuck? I might as well be saying I want to move to fucking Russia. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I kept it to myself, did all the things, college, graduated, got a good job, blah, blah, blah. I got, basically, like, I got laid off from my first job. I was in PR marketing, account executive, fucking hated it. I did learn a lot. I appreciate all the jobs I've had, but I just quickly realized that lifestyle was not for me. I was like 9 to 5 grind. My boss would be like, oh, you can stay an hour later if you want. So it'd be, and I'm just like, I don't fucking want to. I want to sit at this desk for 8 hours with a 30-minute lunch break every day.
So what are you right now? You're
so
out of college at this job?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was like after college. So I was like 22, want to say around that. And then I got laid off from that job. We lost some clients. Then I started like doing like consulting. Like, so I would do like social media account management, PR blasts and shit like that. I was working from home, quickly realized I love working for myself. I love working from home. I'm about 23.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So I did that for a bit. And then I was doing consulting for this social media company. I was a consultant, but they had me working like 40 hours a week. It was just a lot. And I resigned.
Nice. Yeah.
From that. I sent my 2-week notice in. I was just over it. Like, my boss, I was like, she had a couple people working under her. I had different ideas. We would clash. I hate being told what to do when I feel like my idea is better. So I sent in my 2-week notice, but rewind before that, I was at a party with one of my good guy friends. We were just like shooting the shit. And he's like, just casually mentioned like, oh, like, I found like this cam site. It's called My Free Cams. These chicks are just sitting around in their underwear all day, like at home, and they make all this money. And he was telling me this, but like in my head, it was like a light bulb went off. I was like, oh, fuck. So I went back like probably that night, the day after, and I looked it up. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this.
You were on My Free Cams?
I was a cam girl.
I love My Free Cams.
Before all else, I was on MFC. So after I resigned from my social media job, I had been secretly camming. Like, there was a lapse where I was camming and doing that, and I felt like what's Hannah Montana?
Hannah Montana, yes.
And I felt like I wasn't being authentic to myself. I was like, I'm not this desk girl. I need to be like an entertainer. I love the camming so much, and I was making good money, and I was like, fuck it. And then in my head, I was like, if I do this now, there's no going back. I have to be in this world. Like, there's no fucking coming back from it. And I was like, I'm cool with that. So I was a cam model for like about a year full time.
I didn't know you were in My Free Cams. I love My Free Cams.
Blonde QT
I used to be.
I
probably was in your chats.
You probably were.
In high school, me and my friends were bored. We would just hop on My Free Cams.
It was
on like
so
a Friday
fun,
night.
and I loved
My
it.
Free Cams was the best. If you don't mind me asking, how much would like make a week on My Free Cams?
I don't know, about a week. I'd say like average was like 5 to 7 a day, 100. And for me, that was a lot of money. Like, I'm 24 years old.
I'm no math wizard, but fast math, that's like $2,500 a week, probably.
Yeah, and that was good money. Right. And I was like, this is very like doable for me. So, and then there was a time where I was on MFC, and I was like noticing a lot of the top models were doing girl collabs. Like, they do shows, they do scenes together. And I was like, oh, like I should do that. And then I was also like, what if I did porn and I shot for these big companies and that would help get my name out so I get more fans. So I would like have more fans in my room, I'd make more money from them, yada yada. So I just literally Googled like how to do porn pretty much. And one of the, I don't know where I got my info from. It was like Google. And one of the things of info that came up was like find an agent that's like certified by, I think it was like Latata. And I don't know if it's still the same, but it was like this particular certification. And I like noted that, and then funny enough, I go to Exotica, New Jersey, as a cam model.
Convention for those
24
wondering.
years old, and I literally run into Huggy, who's the production manager at Kink now.
Great name for a porn guy. Huggy.
And Jesse Jones, who's a male talent. And I was like, I had been scoping out different agencies, and I was talking to them. I was like, yeah, I think I want to do porn, and I was like, I named off this particular agency that initially I thought I wanted to join because they had these huge name girls. And Jesse's like, do not join them. That guy's a pimp. I don't need to say who it is, but I'm sure many people probably know.
I don't really know, but
okay. But he's like, the guy's literally a pimp. Like, don't join. And he's like, you're better off joining OC Modeling with Sandra, who's a woman, and like they're chill. He's like, I'll give you their info. So fast forward, maybe a couple days later, I sent my info to OC Modeling. They replied. They said, hey, we like what we see. Like, can you fly out to LA and meet us, and we'll go introduce you to some companies. So it happened very quickly. So maybe a few weeks later, I'm on a plane to LA by myself. I've been to California once. Like, I'm just there by myself. Mm-hmm. I go to OC Modeling. I meet them. I go to fucking, like, I think we went to, like, Hustler Studios first. It was just, like, I was like, oh, my God. It was just, like, a lot at once.
Yeah, it's your first time.
But I was like,
100%.
I'm in. Like, let's do this. So I was back and forth for a few months doing just girl. How does that happen? So on your first trip, you go out there, you go to, say, the Hustler company, you go to a bunch of companies. Yeah.
Are you making scenes at these companies as like an audition?
No, there's no auditions unless it's for like a feature film. I think I've done one audition in my life. And it's like for acting. It's not like dick sucking.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I know about the porn introduction.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know.
So you're doing girl on girl.
Yeah.
And then how do you make that jump into the full-blown porn?
Yeah, so I was there for a few months. I was back and forth. I was staying at the agency condo. I'd fly in and out. And then I was like, I'm sick of the winters in New York. I'm sick of the weather. I just want to live in California. So like couple months later, I just got an apartment in Hollywood, moved to California, and I was camming, doing girl for about a year. And then I was like, I'm in porn. I see how it is. Like, it's not what people think, like sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's very like,
it's an interesting industry.
Together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like sets are almost mundane sometimes. And I was like, I can totally do boy-girl. And if I do boy-girl, my career is going to explode. So I told Sandra, I said I want to do like my first boy-girl with MindGeek because I knew that like Brazzers and Reality Kings and all that, I was like, they're going to blow me up probably the quickest. So she got me a contract for my first 3 boy-girl scenes with MindGeek, and then it was kind of like a snowball.
You just rocked them.
Yeah.
Just gave them hell.
Yeah.
Just gave them hell. So when you were saying you were doing the girl on girl, you were doing girl on girl in porn or on My Free Cams?
It was both. In porn, and then I would do collab scenes with other girls.
How does one get a collab on My Free Cams? You just hit a girl up and be like, hey, you wanna just collab on MFC for the night?
A lot of it was Twitter, and it still kind of is. There's a lot of connections made on Twitter, so I'd literally just like DM
What
chicks.
Was your highest token act on My Free Cams?
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know if I ever did a show with another girl on MFC. I did one on like naked.com, which is like this.
Naked.com is really a creative website.
I don't like it. There's a lot of trolls on there. I did a couple with like Jenna Sativa, Kalina Ryu. I don't know if she's around anymore. But scenes, I just more so focus on the scenes because I could sell them.
What do you mean by there was a lot of trolls on naked.com?
Oh my God. I just go on there and people will be like, oh, well, your hair is fucked up, or like, well, bend over, baby. Like, so show pussy. Like, that's don't tip. And they're not fucking tipping. And they're like, show pussy now. And they're like, you dumb bitch. You're not showing pussy. I'm like, I fucking hate all of you people.
What's your message to porn commenters?
I just as soon as I saw that shit, I was like, block. I was like, I'm not giving this energy.
Do you ever look at the comments on your normal porn videos, like on Pornhub?
No.
Because
I'm sure they're ridiculous.
Every time I'm on Pornhub, I will say it's hard to not just scroll down
You
to
look
the
at the comments.
Because the comments are so funny. The comments are ridiculous. Like, no one realizes how funny porn comments are. Because there's just a guy, picturing a guy at his house. Like, let's say it's an Alex Links video.
Yeah.
And just watching the sweet, like, let's see, he finishes, he comes, it's over. And he just decides, oh, let me comment on this. Just be like, damn, the way Alex sucks that dick. Damn.
Oh my God.
I'm going to look up an Alex Links video right now. Just read you some comments.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I'm going to read you some comments off an Alex
just
Links
read me
porn video.
comments.
How have you never looked at the comment? Like, I don't read our comments.
I'm just
but
like
our
in a
comments are
bubble.
mean.
I just don't like. I just do my thing and like.
They're the best.
Hang
Porn
out at
comments
home.
are the greatest.
Oh God, I'm
just going to click on this one. 27.6 million views. Hot blonde stepmom with big tits. Alex Link caught stepson watching porn. Hell yeah.
Of course, it's one of those because that's what's popping these
comments. So I'm just going to read you some comments.
Okay.
Dude, are you jerking off or just sort of awkwardly wiggling your wiener around? Don't know what that is. Next is from Sweet Willie P. The best female actress bitching award goes to ... Great content. Bravo.
I love that.
Ooh,
That's
this is a good one. This is a good one for you.
Okay.
Alex is one of the few porn stars who have serious acting skills, and I appreciate that. I would even say that she would be able to elevate porn to a higher level than the primitive form it currently has. This guy wants you to win an Oscar.
Wow, I love that so much. That's a really nice comment.
This is actually really nice too. This is from I hope no one sees this. Hey guys, I hope that whatever you're going through, you make it out and feel better, and don't forget that you're all amazing and beautiful people.
Oh my God,
that's
nice. Lovely. What a pick me up on Pornhub.
I guess there's something with maybe your opening scene with this guy was about refrigeration. Because this next comment is, how like fucking hard is it to thaw out some meat? Fucking nerd.
I feel like I probably know what scene this was.
The last one I would read to you is from Xenomorph6, quote, I can't believe I'm doing this. This whole family is fucked. Continues gaggling on her stepson's dick. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. But yeah, porn comments are great. You should read them more. They're the best.
God, maybe
They're
one
amazing.
day if I'm like baked.
If you're really
like
bored, if you're baked and bored, why not?
Sunday evening activities.
The name of the show is actually before that. So what would you say is your favorite like porn to shoot? What's your favorite position? Like what's the most porn star friendly position out there?
I'll say overall my favorite porn. I don't know about position, but POV. That's my personal favorite. I fucking love POV.
How do people shoot a POV porn?
I just hit the camera up in front of me. Or if I'm working with...
POV is point of view.
Yes.
So it's like the guy holding a video camera?
Yeah, so it depends. It's like either the other talent's holding a video camera, guy, girl, whatever, or often nowadays I just have the camera set up in front of me, so I do a lot of virtual POV where you don't see any like penetration, but it's like pretend.
Softcore Cinemax.
It is, and those happen to do really, really, really well.
That's why OnlyFans does well. It's the whole idea of not actually seeing.
Yes.
It's the whole idea of the thrill of
and again, it's
but not actually seeing.
Yes, exactly. And with the acting too, which I love to do, and the camming help with being able to talk to I can talk to a camera by myself for hours and just kind of like rattle off like, and POV, I love it because I really think it helps put the viewer, like it's just such an interactive experience.
Now, when you shoot a POV porn, is there a full like crew on set?
No.
So you're saying POV is just you and the guy and just... Yeah. This is more OnlyFans content, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like Pornhub POV.
No, I mean for a lot of the companies, I never did that kind of POV, but that's always what
I agree. I would rather watch like homemade videos.
Yeah, because it's like more
produced
authentic.
Porn videos.
Right,
yes.
exactly.
That's once again point of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
authentic. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it.
I love it.
So I mean, you are a porn star though. So I'm just gonna ask you, who are your who's in your top 3 porn star Hall of Fame?
As far as like people I've worked with, or like who's
worked with
legendary.
Let's say women and then guys. So your top 3 women porn stars.
My God, this is so hard. Okay, I gotta name people. Who have I learned? Cherie DeVille I love her.
Wonderful.
She's an amazing performer, an amazing person, and just like she's so easy to work with. A true professional, and she's really fucking good at what she does.
Yes, I met her on the red carpet at the AVNs. So I met her.
She's great. Lisa Ann has been great, and I know she's not around in the industry anymore, but she has personally just been really helpful to me just along the way here and there, like giving me tips and tricks for how to navigate the business. And obviously she's a fucking legend.
Lily
let's
icon.
Be real.
I mean, she's the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, completely. And then God, it's so hard to pick another one.
Give me a third.
I really, I don't know. This is so hard. I hate playing favorites. I used to do a lot of scenes with Nicole Aniston, and I feel like her and I are often on the same wavelength as far as like spirituality and veganism and just.
Oh, you're a vegan?
Yes.
Oh wow, we'll talk about that later. Okay.
Yeah. And then guys, but again, like those, I love
top 3
so
guys
many
to
people.
work with. Who's the best?
Yeah.
Who's the best?
Johnny Sins.
Legend.
Johnny, he's just a really good guy. Like he's one of those guys that's just like he's a good guy. Like
just a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Give me your favorite Johnny Sins story. He might be my white whale on this podcast.
I don't know. I've shot with him a handful of times. I don't really have stories or you can go watch our scene.
I feel like he doesn't have social media. Does he?
He keeps getting kicked off.
I want to invite him on the podcast. I don't know how to do it. I want Sins on here.
I can just give you. I can connect you if you want.
I don't want to take Johnny Sins' number. That's intruding. But.
No, not that way. I can contact him.
Yeah, just like, hey Johnny, you want whenever you're in New York?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that after for sure.
Okay.
Johnny's a good one, and then Van Wild. He's now contracted with Brazzers, but he's one of the guys. Like he was in when I got in, like 2014. Okay. And he was just a good buddy. He's like a chill, like surfer dude. He lives in Newport. I think he's in Newport or somewhere down there, Dana Point. Just like a good vibes, like good energy, like just a good guy.
Looks like a good guy.
Yeah.
In my brain, I pretty much picture all the male porn stars. It seems like there's so many female porn stars, and there's just like 3 male porn stars.
Well, it is a very and it seems like it's all
Johnny Sins, Kieran Lee, and Manuel Ferrara.
Kieran's also great to work with.
I love Kieran.
Yeah,
Kieran
he's great. Like he's professional as fuck. He's funny. He makes the day fun. So maybe that'll be my third.
Yeah, I like Kieran Lee a lot. He's a good guy.
And there's a reason why they're top performers because they are good guys and they give a good scene.
And I've seen like Tommy Gunn.
Yeah.
I only know him. He was an Entourage. She was an Entourage.
Yes. That's right. I have worked with Tommy Gunn. He's also great. It's like these.
You were basically an Entourage.
Well, I wish, but no.
Same. So I did. So once again, the show is called OnlyStans. So we do talk about OnlyFans on here. So I did subscribe for science to check it out. So it seems like your OnlyFans is kind of similar to Lisa Ann's, where it's more of a like a Alex Links database per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're getting all the Alex links if you subscribe.
Yeah.
So when did you make the switch to OnlyFans?
I think when it first came out, I was like, I'm always one to just hop on whatever platforms pop in, and the saying, you throw enough shit against the wall, it sticks. So it must have been 2017, and obviously it wasn't what it was now. But even back then, I was making good extra money, maybe like $5,000 extra a month, which is
pretty damn good.
Good enough, like another salary. So that was good. And then really when it started booming, got more strategic with it. So when it first came out, I was on there and just not knowing what the fuck I was doing, but doing well enough. Yeah.
Hey, $5,000 a month. There's nothing to shy away from. That was when I first started.
Yeah.
So I looked at your menu on OnlyFans.
I have a menu, yes.
You do have a menu.
Yes.
What does your 10-minute Skype show consist of?
So I do it a little bit differently, actually. I do it as more of like you are watching me and I'm giving you a cam show, so I don't like the users to have their camera on.
Oh. So you're going back to your MFC roots.
I am. And it's fun for me. It's like a performance, and they'll hit me up before, say, I like this fantasy, I like this role play, yada yada. Or randomly, sometimes they just want to sit down and talk to me.
Just talk with the ladies.
I'd say about 50% of the time they want like just to chat, which is awesome.
And how much does a 10-minute Skype show run?
I think it's like $750, I want to say, around that.
$750?
Yeah. I'm expensive.
$750 for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. If you got it, you're going to pay for it. If not, save up. Like, that's how it be.
You could take a guy out to dinner to like Jean George. You could take a guy out to 11 Madison Park and enjoy the vegan menu after a 10-minute Skype show. Holy shit. And then you're doing video dick ratings for $75.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you do a video dick rating?
Multiple times a day.
Multiple times a day for $75.
So I usually like batch them. So honestly, now
so they like it more when you bash them, right?
Sometimes I'll get into that in a minute, but like probably like every other day I have like 3 to 5. So It's a steady influx of dicks.
Okay.
Dick ratings. Yeah, about 50% of the time, small penis humiliation. I do have that side of me and it's funny because I'm not dominant at all, like in my personal life.
Interesting.
But
you strike me as a dominant person.
I am in business.
Okay.
Like as far as like work, but at home, I'm definitely like soft and like submissive and like I turn it off. I guess I'm more of a switch is what they would say.
Didn't know that was a phrase.
Yeah,
but I get
subdom.
Subdom, switch back and forth, back dom. One day
Yeah.
you're sec, one day you're dom, one day you're sub.
Yeah.
So yeah, they hate when they want you to make fun of their dicks mostly.
Yeah.
Can you give me a quick 5-second example of like how you do it?
Just be like,
do you have
oh
your
my
porn
God.
voice?
Oh my God, your cock is so small. Look at that. Is that like even the size of my pinky? Oh my God, you are so pathetic. Do you even like when you put it in a woman? I seriously doubt she even feels that. It's kind of like that.
Mean, dude.
They want it. They love it. They want it.
What do you think that is?
I don't know.
Because I know
I
like
wish
a
I
lot of
knew.
guys do it. What do you think that is? What is the psychology behind it?
I don't know. I think a lot of it stems from, it's kind of weird to say, but like, it's same with fetishes too, though.
Yeah.
It's like childhood. It's like something in your brain when when your brain is developing correlates this to being a turn on. For example, balloons, shoes. Like
Interesting, I think, for you to bring up fetishes. I've actually never asked this question on my show. Somehow, you've obviously you're a sexual person.
Yeah.
What are the weirdest fetishes you've come across in your day?
So I don't like to kink shame.
No kink shaming.
But no,
No
I know
kink
what you're
shaming.
getting at. But the things that have struck me as the most bizarre, just because I haven't been exposed to them before, slime. So basically like dumping.
I've heard that.
And I've never done this either because it's not for me, but like dumping like pudding all over and just like messy and like I just will not do that.
Pudding sounds kind of fun. Slime I kind of get. Pudding sounds pretty sweet.
I just don't want it all up in my shit. And stuck. I had to do a cam show once. This is one of my first intros to fetishes, I'll tell you. So
Okay.
if you saw Mean Girls, the scene where Lindsay Lohan's walking down the hallway, she falls upside down into the garbage can. Her legs are kicking back and forth.
Yes.
So that is the fetish. So this guy asked me to do it, and I grabbed a hamper and I put a pillow in the bottom and I flipped into it and I just kicked my legs for like 20 minutes. I'm like, help, I'm stuck. And that's what he liked to do. That was it. And I've never encountered that again. Another one's quicksand. I just had a custom request for like, oh, can you pretend that you're sinking into quicksand? Every day is a new day.
I mean, I've heard some like disgusting I've never heard of stuck in quicksand.
Yeah.
Those are just funny. That was
Balloon popping. There's
That's-
balloon bounce to pop where you bounce on it and it pops, or balloon bounce with no pop. If it pops, like they'll get
you just
upset.
pretended to be stuck in a garbage can.
Yes, like it's just like a thing. I don't know. You learned something new today.
I just don't understand the sexual appeal.
I don't either, but I'm like, okay, we're doing this now.
What gets your dick hard about a girl stuck in a garbage can?
The helplessness factor, I'm not sure.
But he's not there to take you out of the garbage can.
No, he just gets to watch and beat his meat while I'm stuck.
I'm
Fully clothed, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Usually I'll say that's a new one to like gross things. That's just a new one to just
Just
life in general.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Fellas, we have breaking news. Manscaped is now selling beard products, people. Beard products. That's right. They've gone from waist to face to help you replace that bulky razor with your brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. This kit is about to change your life. The Beard Hedger Pro Kit has made it easier than ever to craft your signature look, whatever you want it to be. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This electric beard hair trimmer is a premium beard sculpting machine. It is a cordless trimmer that has a rotary wheel with 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard, so no more messy draws, full of extra add-ons. We are talking just one guard, folks. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can shave in the shower. Sounds like killing two birds with one stone to me, fellas. And obviously, after the shave, we got some post-trim hygiene. That stuff includes beard shampoo and conditioner because all your hair is different, and your beard hair is much more coarse and easier to damage. Trust me, I have cut myself shaving quite a lot before and after, so you need this stuff. It is specifically designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. There's also some beard oil that relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath. There's also Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look. Because, boys, we got to look hot. Spring is about to be here soon. We could maybe still rock a beard, obviously. So we got to look good with all this Manscaped stuff. And go to manscaped.com. Use the code Glenny for 20% off. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use our code Glenny. The Manscaped Beard Hedger Pro Kit. It is the premier solution to face grooming. It is here to stay. Let's get these beards going, fellas. That is Beard Hedger Pro Kit on manscaped.com. Code Glenny for 20% off with free shipping. Manscaped.com. Well, hey, one other thing I read about you is that you were in I've never seen the show, actually. But one other thing I read about you is you were in the orgy scene in True Detective season 2.
Yes.
So fill me in on that. Were you in an orgy scene with Vince Vaughn? Was Vince Vaughn there?
He was on set. Rachel McAdams was on set. I saw her. What's funny also about that day, there was a couple days. First of all, extremely long days. Like, we're talking like 12 hours, a lot of hurry up and sit around and wait. It was a group of porn girls that were, and then other models, and we kind of had like a wrangler.
So I've never seen the show. So can you just give me a
us.
quick background of what it actually happened, like what it was? What
Yeah.
was?
So it was like a mansion. There were like a ton of people there, like guys, girls, and obviously it was all simulated. And each of us had a different job. So I think it was me and this other girl, Peta Jensen. I miss that girl, but we had to pretend that we were like hooking up with some dude, but like obviously, like I said, it was all simulated. I think it was kind of like an Eyes Wide Shut type of scene where they walk in and they're like, "Oh my God, what's going on here?
What's happening here?"
Yeah.
When I just read that, I ran outside to one of the guys outside and said, "Hey, you guys ever see True Detective?"
Yeah.
He said it was Rachel McAdams, like, getting snuck into the scene. So you were one of those people.
Yeah, it was like 3 days. I think I was on set.
Interesting. How do you get picked for that?
My porn agent.
Yeah.
I think she used to work in mainstream, or she has ties, whatever. But she's like, "Hey, do you want to do extra work? It's 3 days," and it was good pay. I think I made like close to $3,000, even though
really
back then I guess it was good money.
I don't even know. I was gonna say how much does an extra get paid?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it now, but like back then it was just a cool experience.
$1,000 a day to do True Detective?
Yeah, and it wasn't like I was sitting around like just like and then had to
I mean, you're on a Vince Vaughn, Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Who was the other lead in that?
I don't know, but I know Colin Farrell was in it because I literally ran into him on set, and I'm like, whoa.
Did he make a move on you?
No.
Come on.
No, I was kind of just like taken aback.
Vince Vaughn is somebody that I would be starstruck by, I think.
Yeah.
He's up there for my starstruck people.
Yeah, it was cool to see them.
I would be like, holy shit, that's...
Yeah. Rachel McAdams for me, because like The Notebook and Mean Girls, and
Wedding Crashers.
Yes, and like just seeing her, I was like, well, this is really cool.
Yeah, it's always weird when you see a celebrity that you're like actually like, oh.
It was just like neat.
Holy
I was
shit.
like, this is a cool experience.
I'm sure you've had a lot of, speaking of that, I'm sure you've had a lot of cool experiences. Who is a celebrity you've seen in your life that you were most starstruck by?
I don't know. Honestly, like I really don't get starstruck.
I say I don't either, but then when you see somebody that you do get starstruck by, you don't see it coming and you do.
I went out one night with this dude and we were just homies, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what the hell. He's one of those guys in LA that has wears many hats."
Yeah, it's one of those dudes that knows everybody.
He puts together, so he's like, "Oh, Jordan, Kylie Jenner's old best friend, Jordan, forgot her name. I don't remember, but he's like, I'm throwing Woods, maybe?
Yes, Jordan Woods.
He's like, I'm throwing a birthday party for this girl. Come with me. So I was at a table, and I already forgot the name of it. So first I went to this table, me and this dude, and Kendall, Kylie, and some rapper, I already forgot whoever it was. They were all there, and they were like where you are right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't talk to them because I didn't want to. I'm like some random chick. Like, I don't want to be like all up in their shit. But I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we went to the strip club after, and Kylie wasn't there, but Jordan was. So I was like with her and like shooting the shit with her.
Ooh.
But I was just like,
it's a good strip club run.
LA.
That's LA for yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we recently shot a video with. I barely get starstruck either, but if it's somebody that just hits you when it hits you, we recently shot a video with Drew Barrymore. Like when I heard Drew's voice,
I love her.
And when she sat down, she was where you are. I was like, wow. That's fucking Drew Barrymore.
Just listen to a podcast with her, and I think she's got a really good heart. Like she's just
an angel.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
I just love her. I kissed her twice, no big deal. But yeah, whatever. Moving on. So I read an article online that said you were writing for Daily Beast. I read an article that said you believe that sex education should include porn, or what was the actual headline of it? Do you know?
No, I just think that people shouldn't be using porn as sex ed, because here's my thing. People are just like, well, porn, they depict like all these scenarios that aren't real. I'm like, no fucking shit, buddy. Like, it's called entertainment. It's like, are you gonna go watch like Transformers or Men in Black and get all pissed off because it's not real? Mm-hmm. I think it's the same thing.
So what would you say is one of the biggest, or a few answers if you have them, the biggest differences between actual sex and porn sex?
I mean, porn sex, it's very, for me anyways, and for people that I work with, it's very dramatic. Like, oh, yes, oh my God.
Yeah, it really makes the fellas feel not great when we're watching it.
Yeah, I'm like 1/16 of that way in real life.
In real sex.
Yeah. Because it's, again, you're putting on a performance for people at home.
When you do porn, are you faking it?
No.
Are you faking it?
No.
You just said you were faking it.
No, I mean, as far as the drama, the act,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Sometimes I do, yeah.
Like you gotta fake it in porn at some point.
Right. I mean, it's the timing, and they'll be like,
porn,
okay,
you gotta be
come
having the best
2
time
minutes.
of all time.
Right. So, depends.
Interesting.
But you'll never be able to tell which ones I am and I'm not, so.
Whoa. Mark of a true actress. What'd that commenter say?
Something about going to the Oscars. I don't remember.
Yeah, he said your acting chops are too good for porn.
Like you never know what's up.
Another thing I read, you did another article for the Daily Beast about tips for dating.
Yeah.
Some tips were listening, fitness, fashion. And I was interested in the fashion. How should dudes dress?
I would say dress how you feel on the inside. However that looks for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's wise to like kind of stuff yourself into like a 3-piece suit if you fucking hate 3-piece suits. You know what I'm saying?
It's fair.
Because how you dress is like an expression of how you feel on the inside, so you're communicating to the world before you say anything. However, you gotta like, even if you're like have a really eccentric way of dressing, like grooming is also huge. Like just basic shit.
What do you think of guys that wear Hawaiian shirts in the winter?
If that's your style, then I think that's cool. Like I think it's cool when people express themselves, you know?
I get that. I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of guys recently wearing like shorts and Hawaiian shirts out when it's like 30 degrees. So I just want to know your thoughts on that. Is it
Yeah.
Do you see a guy immediately get turned off by that?
No, I'm just kind of like, wonder what
What
that
do you think? Oh, that's kind of his
is.
vibe. He's a good time out. He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt in the winter.
I don't know about that. I would just be like, I'd have to talk to the person, honestly.
That's
I don't
fair.
really like judge people by what they're
And
unless they're like unbathed and like gross.
And another thing you wrote was vulnerability is a big thing from a guy.
Yeah,
What would you say is your favorite or non-favorite story about a guy being too vulnerable to you?
I think just right off the cuff, just going balls deep into like trauma and like, I don't know, just like, here, this is a good one. Just like having, not even just desperation. Like, I want to be married by the time I'm 35 with 3 kids. And I had a guy, this was like 4 years ago. I dabbled in dating apps once upon a time. And this guy was like FaceTiming me. This first time we've ever talked. He's like, I want 3 kids. I want to have a house here. Do you want 3 kids? I'm like, buddy, like, what? Slow your roll. Let's reel it in here. And I didn't talk. I was like, okay, I'm not down with this. Even he was really hot too, but I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's the thing with people that freak me out in general is, and even guys or girls, when they set these goals with people they've never met before.
It's like you're projecting all your shit onto me, and you're assuming I'm gonna fit that mold, and also it's like let things like unfold.
I feel like it's just a weird thing.
It's needy and it's desperate energy, and I can smell it. You can smell it.
I hate when girls just say, "Oh, I want to be married by the time I'm 30," or just in general, I'm looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah, which I think looking for a boyfriend is fine because you're upfront.
I mean, guys do it too, but it's more like, wouldn't you rather just live your life and then if you happen to find somebody, you find somebody?
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I feel like you have to be like ready on the inside because if you're not, then like
then I feel like you're almost forcing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I know, both guys and girls. I don't even know how many significant others they have.
Yeah.
Every time I look on Instagram, they're banging out a new significant other.
No, and it's like, and then they break up.
They break up for 2 years. I'm like, oh, this girl's single now. Hopefully she enjoys herself. A month later, boyfriend again.
I know. Well, some people just can't be alone.
They're relentless.
I know. And like can't be by themselves. But I think, and it's not easy. Like I was one of those people too. And then I kind of had my last breakup like, oh gosh, I don't know, I was 27. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be alone for a while.
So you're single now?
No.
Oh, you're not? You married?
No.
Oh, you're keeping it.
I keep it secret. Yeah.
Okay,
I like to save some things.
Sorry for asking.
No, it's okay. You can ask.
But yeah, no, it's interesting.
I like to keep the fantasy from my fans. You know.
I think you should. I've always said that. I think it's crazy when the OnlyFans girls talk about their boyfriends in their posts.
I just don't
think that's the
need
craziest
to.
thing.
I'd like, just.
I feel like it's a bad business decision.
Unless you're doing it with your unless you're doing it with your SO, that's one thing. Like you're having like that kind of thing. But if your partner's not, and I mean, look, live your life. But
100%.
For me,
I'm just saying simply as a consumer.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you talking about your boyfriend.
Right, and I know that. I'm like, we don't need
and
to
it seems
talk
like a
about
lot
this.
of girls love to talk about their boyfriends on OnlyFans. I'm like, dude, the guys don't want to fucking.
I just don't. I talk about like when I hang out with my girlfriends. I
Of
think that's
course.
fun. They want to hear about that, you know?
Of course.
Hmm.
So before you're in this relationship now, how long were you single for?
4 years, maybe?
Were you like would you say you're like a party type of gal?
Once upon a time, yes.
Give me one of your favorite party stories. Fill me in.
Fuck.
Fill
Oh
me
my
in. You seem like you
God.
got a few under your belt. Give me a good one.
I used to do a lot of drugs. I was a rave girl. I still like a rave,
Rave
but like
girl.
I'm California sober.
You don't
like-
strike me as a rave type of gal.
Oh yeah, I get down for sure. I like the music.
Once again, you strike
Just
me as like
fun.
I could see you like at a metal concert, not at a rave.
Metal, yeah, I'm into that, but my scene more is like rave and peace, love, unity, respect, like accept everyone, like that kind of
Hey,
thing.
can I ask you what the deal is with like the rave dressing? I don't mind it. It's awesome.
It's just like express. Say
Yeah,
you're a
it's just
nurse and you can never like express yourself.
Yeah.
That's your place to.
I don't
I'm
hate
wearing
it.
my bra. I'm wearing my underwear. Like this is how I feel. I think it's sick.
Yeah, one thing I've asked a few rave girls on the show actually is, do people grind at raves?
Yeah.
Is it it's like grind extravaganza?
If you're feeling it.
Yeah,
you know?
I never got that because like I know it's supposed to be about expression and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that like transfers into sexual
Yeah.
because obviously the outfits are very provocative.
Mhm.
But I'm like I don't know if you're just supposed to like feel the music or do people like
Yeah, you
grind
feel
and
it.
like get into it?
You feel
There's like it's a weird
Yeah.
one-on-one. I don't
It's
know-
literally
yeah.
whatever like you're feeling. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just used to do like a lot of drugs and go to a lot of raves and stay up for like 2 days. And
2 days.
Pasha, New York City.
Oh yeah.
Remember that when that was around?
When I was
used
in
to
high
go
school,
there a
we would go
lot.
to there was Pasha teen nights.
Oh God.
They were Pasha teen. I'm from Long Island. There were
Okay.
Pasha teen nights.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Pasha. I think Pasha checked out when I would say a junior, senior in high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pasha. R.I.P. What were
yeah,
some other
so-
good New York clubs?
I used to go to that place a lot when I lived out here. And then I don't know, just nothing particular. I did LSD for the first time with another performer, and but that wasn't crazy. It was just like fun. She's like, "You want to try this? Now's your chance." It was a good vibe. We were on a bus back from a festival. We were going back to a rented house. Really good friends. Like it was just a good vibe. I was like, "You're right. I'm gonna."
What's
have
that?
that.
What's LSD like? I've never done it.
Fucking amazing.
What do you?
I love
do you
psychedelics.
see do you see shit? Is it like the movies where you see like a big cat
No.
or something?
That's a bunch
No?
of lie. No, you just everything looks really pretty. It's almost like you're in the mindset of being a kid.
So what would
again.
I look like right now if you were on LSD?
I would just kind of see you as like another.
Would I have like 10 heads?
No, you don't. You don't see that at all unless you take like a ton, like
Okay.
more than anyone should ever have. You just appreciate the beauty and everything. I'd be like, oh, I really like that hat. What a nice hat. Like you notice details and
Okay.
colors and sounds kind of blend. It's weird.
What
but
is your
it's
take
fun.
on Molly?
I've done
Do you do Molly at
way
the
too
raves?
much of
At
it.
the raves?
I mean, I'm 33. Like, I
You
don't.
know-
I would do it again if the opportunity presented. I'd be at home and I would test it first.
So yeah, testing is a big deal now. New York City.
Everything's
bad.
fucking cut with
Yeah.
fentanyl, so I don't fuck
Crazy.
around with
Yeah,
that.
so I don't really do drugs. I only like drink and occasionally I'll dabble in some marijuana.
I love, yeah.
But
that.
so the 2020 New Year's Eve 2020, right before COVID, my New Year's resolution was to do either Molly or what was the other one?
Ketamine.
Molly or shrooms.
Ecstasy.
I've never done either.
You have to.
And then
do
I never
shrooms.
got around to doing that because of COVID.
You have to do shrooms.
What's shrooms like? Tell me what shrooms like.
You will just your brain expands like your understanding of life and who you are, and and anything though, however, I will say anything that's in your subconscious that you haven't dealt with, it's gonna cut.
Ooh,
It will
that's scary.
appear, and you'll have to like acknowledge it. This is all mental, by the way. It's all on the inside, and you'll be like, "Oh, this happened," and it kind of helps you break down things about yourself and
Ooh.
process and move on. They've been a godsend in my life.
Is that real?
Yeah,
That was
I
an episode of
promise.
Entourage. They take shrooms to figure out
yeah.
if Vince should do Benji or not.
They
Wow.
yes.
What a
Yeah, in the desert.
I'm
I recently
enlightened.
rewatched that one.
yes.
And
Tree-
they're
tree
very
troopers. I'm enlightened by your drug talk.
they're safe.
You're a good drug salesman.
Because-
you're making me want to try drugs.
I can only speak on my own personal experience, and I can only say that. And people say I had a bad trip. It's because whatever was up here made them so uncomfortable.
Yes.
I'm not saying they're a cure-all for everything, but personally, they've only benefited me, and I take them
Interesting.
frequently, microdose, like I do them often.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's what macrodosing is.
yeah.
Okay.
Macrodose
we have
is like a big
we have
trip.
a podcast here called Macrodosing, and it's about I guess, that whole vibe. I don't really know. It's about the vibe of just vibing, I guess. Seems like a vibing pod.
Vibing. I like vibing.
So winding down here, we're gonna do some Would You Rather questions presented by Wood,
Okay.
a Barstool Sports men's grooming brand. You can find that at your local CVS.
Okay.
Usually I do sexual ones for these, but I've decided let's not do some sexual ones. Let's do some random fun ones.
Okay.
Would you rather be trapped in a comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your pals?
A comedy with my enemies. I'm just not down for scary things.
I'm not down for scary things either.
I just don't.
And then
we don't need to
theoretically,
do that.
all your friends would probably die if you weren't.
Right. Like, wait, I don't need to be in that situation.
But then again, you're trapped in a comedy. What if you're in, let's say, Superbad with all mean people?
Then you just go hang out with McLovin. It'll be fine.
What's your favorite comedy movie of all time?
Fuck, that's hard. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's hard. All time. Legally Blonde, is that comedy? Would
I guess.
consider?
Coolidge, Witherspoon.
Yes.
You struck me as a big movie person.
I love Coolidge too.
What's
She's
your
an icon.
favorite, what's your top 3 movies of all time? Just give me top 3 movies.
First of all, the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland, hands down my favorite.
Okay.
Anything by Guillermo del Toro, so like Pan's Labyrinth, anything by Tim Burton. So I'd give you those 2 directors instead of top
I would have
3.
struck you as a Tarantino type of gal.
No.
You strike me as a Pulp Fiction type of gal.
Too much action.
Too much action for you?
Yeah.
What is Pan's Labyrinth even about? Isn't that action?
It's like creepy. It's like this little girl that stumbles into this like random maze, and it's got like this like demonic like.
Pan's Labyrinth is a movie with the guy with like no face.
Yes, yeah,
okay.
it's
I've
I
seen
like
that on the
fantasy
internet
a
millions
lot.
of times, and
Yeah.
I've never seen the actual
Yeah,
movie.
that's the movie.
What's that guy's deal?
He's like just a creature. He's an evil creature, and he eats people.
Because I think I'm going to make this into a clip because trust me, I've seen that.
Do it.
I've seen that image a million times in my life,
Yeah,
and I don't know what it's from.
You should
and
watch
I finally
the movie.
recently
It's
learned.
great.
So he's the dude with hands on his eyes, on his head,
Yeah,
and he eats people.
yeah.
Does he eat the main character?
No, he tries to.
Does she fuck him up?
I think she just escapes.
Doesn't kill him?
No, I don't think so.
She leaves him there for other people to
I
eat?
think so, yeah.
Kind of fucked up, but whatever.
Yeah, I know, right?
Would you rather date someone who never stops talking or someone who's consistently on their phone?
Oh my God. Are you serious? That's rough. I guess never stops talking because one of my biggest pet peeves is like if I'm at dinner with someone and they're like, because to me that says the phone is more important than me.
Yes.
Right?
What if it's an important work text?
That's fine, but if you're consistently just on your phone,
Oh, that's not.
I'm like, what are you just
can't do
living
that.
on your
That's
phone
against
and-
the law. You can't do that.
I
That
just-
that should be against the law.
jail worthy, right?
Jail. If you're
Going to
consistently on the phone, it's
jail.
different if maybe your phone vibrates. You're like, oh, I gotta get this. Fair.
That's fine. It depends,
But
but,
if you-
like
I think people got to stop leaving their phone on the table at dinner. People do that a lot.
I fucking hate that so much.
Put it in the
You know
pocket.
what?
Put it in the pocket.
I'll put it on the table. It's flipped upside down. Because to me,
Fucking
it's like a
phones,
sign of
man.
respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm kind of jealous of. Speaking of that you just mentioned,
What?
I feel like Pasha was pre-phone time.
I know.
That was probably what's your number one thing you miss about going out with no phones?
Just living in the moment, being with the people I'm with, not giving a fuck about like anything or anyone else. Just being present, you know? Not feeling like, oh, I have to take a pic of this and take a pic of that. Which also nowadays I'm like that anyways, because like I have to like set those boundaries because I'm on my phone a lot for work.
You have to be sane.
Yeah.
It's such a weird
It's so weird.
facet.
It's so
Like,
weird.
Ashton Kutcher was actually just on one of our other podcasts here, and he was saying how when he started going out in LA, there was no phones,
Yeah.
and then you would just go out. No one cared about what you did.
No one cared.
Yeah, no one cared. You could just do whatever. Like, no one heard about like if you like got
Yeah.
too fucked up. No one heard about it.
Yeah.
And then TMZ started coming along, then camera started coming along, then social
Oh my
media started
God,
coming
it's
along.
like you can't live.
Yeah, that's just a cool like LA. Like I always think about like the Viper Room in like the '90s. That's just a cool vibe.
And I listened to what's it called, Girls Next Level with Holly and Bridget, where they break down how it
yeah.
really was at the mansion, and they were saying that when the Playboy Mansion first started having parties, that's how it was. There were no phones, and it completely changed because like celebrities used to go there and be like undercover and like be able to like hang,
Yeah,
but then it changed as that evolved
Very
and they started
interesting.
allowing phones. So
very interesting.
yeah.
Would you rather be with someone you're in love with? But this is a stupid question. I didn't make these questions for the record. Would you rather be with someone you're in love with who is cheating on you, or someone who's very loyal to you but you don't like?
Definitely not a cheater.
But if you don't know, this is a stupid question. I didn't write this. I'm sorry.
If I don't know, no, I still don't. Because
This
they're going to
question
give me
sucks.
like an STD or something.
This
Like,
question sucks.
It does suck, right?
Horrible
It's
question.
terrible. Who fucking wrote this question?
And you know who wrote these questions? In all honesty,
Who wrote
one of my best friend's cousins posts I don't know why she does this. She posts Would You Rathers all the time on her story.
I love Would You Rather.
She posts them all the time, and I was like, frankly, I need Would You Rathers for my show. Can you just send me a whole list of these? And she just sent me a whole list, so I just got it from her. But yeah, that's a horrible question. No disrespect.
It is.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it. You want me to pull up more from her Instagram DMs?
Yeah, please.
Let's see, because
like
I just ripped those 3. Let's see what else we get from her. No disrespect, Alyssa, if you happen to see this. I'm sorry.
sure she's a great person, but just that
she
particular
posts
question.
She posts Would You Rathers all the time, and I was like, you know what?
that.
I need these for my fucking show. Send me them. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, I'm gonna give you a random one. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Would you rather just be friends with your one true love, or date them even though you know it will eventually end badly? That's kind of like a. It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all type of question, you know?
I'd rather just date them and see what happens. Right?
Yeah, I guess so. This is also a weird one. Would you rather allow everyone you know to have access to your entire search history, or have a baby with everyone you've ever slept with?
Fuck that. Go ahead. Go up all of them. I feel like anything in my search history is like not going to be surprising to anyone, you know? Like you've already seen it. It's on the internet.
So respectfully, I feel like this is not a question. This question reminds me. Respectfully, I feel like this is not a question you're supposed to ask to a lady in the industry.
I know. And also,
but
my God.
what would you say is your body count?
I don't even know.
Don't even know?
I couldn't tell you.
You ever keep count? Just lost count?
No. I never keep count. Honestly, it might be surprising, but not that. We work with the same people.
Yeah.
Like it's the same.
That's what a lot of people don't realize.
Group of people. It's not like there's all these. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, when people like think about even just my job, obviously not porn, but like I used to do a burger show here, and people would be like, not even that. Let's say you ever know like Adam Richman, like Man vs. Food.
Yes.
They're like, how is he now like 8,000 pounds?
Yeah.
But really, if you think about it, he's probably shooting like 3 times in a month.
Yeah.
Per se.
Yeah.
Same thing with you guys. Like,
yeah.
I just hate I don't know, I guess that weird stigma around it.
It's so annoying. I'm just like, a lot of people, I know a lot of people in real life who have like, and I don't give a fuck, but it's like their body count is like in the high hundreds.
Yeah, like, do you know who Sky Bree is?
Yeah.
So we had Sky on here.
Work with her.
What?
She's on my list.
I mean, she's she's the queen.
Mm.
She's like,
she's hot.
She's like fucking. She's the queen. But on our show, I think she said her body count is less than 20. Like,
wow.
Like outside of porn, just in general.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think so, but.
And outside of porn too, yeah, mine's relatively low, I guess, because it's just like I was never a hookup person.
Mm.
I was always like, let's date. I was always like a relationship girl.
Were you wiped up in college?
Yeah.
Ooh, you got in one of those college
I always had a boyfriend,
relationships?
high school, college.
Wow. How was the college? Did he go to Plattsburgh too? Or was it long distance?
Yeah, actually, I had a long-term relationship out of Plattsburgh. We both graduated, and now we're still good friends. It was one of those things where it's like we were always just meant to be friends. And when you're young, you don't know. Like, it doesn't register. Like, oh, I'm not actually, like, meant to have a relationship with this person. I think
Which is cool.
Yes. So sometimes things, like, evolve like that over time. But yeah, I was always dating people, and then that's until I was probably like 27. I was like, nope.
Interesting. Okay.
We're done here.
Well, hey, Alex, I think we could pretty much wrap this up. You got any questions for me?
I don't think so, but
okay.
if I do,
you do. You have my number. Yeah.
I got your digits.
Okay. Hey, this was very fun. Thank you, Alex. I enjoyed this. This was a nice conversation.
That was good.
I don't think there's anything I have to cut, which is fun, which is great.
I love that.
Yeah, everybody, Alex Links, Queen, OnlyFans star, Pornhub star. Can you shout out your OnlyFans or whatever you want?
Yeah, so you can find me on Sext Panther. It's textalexlinks.com. That's where you can literally text me one-on-one.
Yes, ma'am.
I do voice calls and all that good stuff. And of course, onlyfans.com/alexlinks. That is the place.
Obviously.
And my Instagram is at the Alex.
Yes, like we said, our OnlyFans is a database.
Anything
it's
and
basically
everything you could possibly want, like it is there. There's something there for everyone. So
it's an Alex Links database. So yeah, check that out. You were great, Alex. Thank you for stopping in. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Okay.
You're in New York. You live here now?
I do.
Best pizza in New York.
Pizza?
I forgot you're from New York. I want to ask you a few New York questions. Then we'll wrap up. Best pizza in New York.
So far, I really like Williamsburg pizza. I think
Very
that's
good.
on the Upper East Side, I want to say. Serafina's got, I think it's is it Serafina?
Serafina's like that like restaurant, right?
Yeah. We got takeout there once on a Pornhub shoot, and that was really delightful.
Okay.
Really good pizza there.
Oh, I forgot you're vegan though. I'm sorry.
I am vegan. That's okay.
What's
I
the
can
best
still
vegan
eat pizza.
food in New York City?
Oh my god, Peace Food Uptown. I order from there all the time. They're amazing. And Le Botaniste is also a great place.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever have that like Marty V's burger or something? That's a big vegan
No.
place. I've had that a few times.
I love a good vegan burger though.
What is your favorite vegan dish? Sorry, I like Food Network.
Okay.
What's your favorite vegan dish you've had?
Here?
Anywhere. Just your favorite vegan dish you've had out.
Vegan dish I've had.
Actually,
Oh my
Sky
God.
Bree took me to a vegan place in LA that was really good.
Where?
Forgot what the fuck it was called.
Do you know where it was?
Oh my god.
Was it Crossroads?
Yes.
I just
And it
went
was really
there.
good.
Yes,
it was really good.
love that
I enjoyed
restaurant.
it a lot. It was really good.
I just went there like
That
2
was my
days
first
ago.
like legit vegan restaurant I've been to. It was really good.
It's amazing. It's pretty iconic. They just opened up in Vegas too, so they're like expanding.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Here, have I
Favorite
been?
vegan dish of all time?
Fuck that. The pressure. There's so much pressure. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of boring. I really just love like tempeh, which is like a.
I was about to say, you ever have tempeh bacon? Are you a big
Yes.
tempeh bacon person?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Cafe Gratitude has the best vegan foods in LA. And yeah, I had the vegan bacon and it's amazing.
Amazing.
Just like on a sandwich. I'm easy.
Beautiful. Well, hey, Alex, thank you for coming in. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Wonderful. OnlyFans.com /
Alex Links.
with an I.
With an I.
With an I, not an E. With
No,
an I. All right.
with an I.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.